thank you for joining me this morning at a rainy day in Vancouver for the start of the X Futures Conference. I'm here to talk fintech with you today, and to that end, I am going to start off with our slides. Perfect. Voleo is symbol TRAD on the TSX Venture Exchange. We've been a public company for approximately 4 months. We listed in order to scale our business and are currently in the stage of scaling now. We have a market cap of about $10 million, a little over $2 million in the bank, and we are in the fintech space. I'll allow you to read that at your leisure. So we've got a customized platform that enables people to start investing and break down all of the barriers. And that's important because there's a massive opportunity to create engagement and to get more people participating in the equity market sooner. And I think all of us that operate in the financial space, particularly in the small cap side, know how important it is for retail to contribute to liquidity in markets. And the more that we can do to break down those barriers and help the next generation get started with investing, the better that market's going to be. So we've built our platform to enable any group of people, as an individual member within a broader community or together with their friends, family, and colleagues, to start investing as a team. So we started 2 years ago in our soft launch with investment club model and have since expanded that to individual accounts, and this fall we're launching teams. All in the name of creating stronger engagement with retail customers. The functionality is truly social. We enable groups to combine assets and knowledge. They benefit from lower cost, lower risk, and using the wisdom of crowds, better returns. But it also breaks down the barriers to new investors. So these are the people that don't think they have enough money, enough knowledge, enough time, or they're just scared. And that's a pretty major segment of the market today, and we're doing our job to address that in a way that feels truly mobile and social and fits in with their lives. So we've gamified the learning experience as well, enabling people to learn not only from what they've done as a group, but from the decisions that they're making as individuals. So if you propose to buy something and your friends vote you down, and 3 months later it's up by 30%, you can lock it for your score. You've learned, but more importantly, you've proven to your friends how things would have gone if everyone had listened to you. And of course, that serves to feed a community of top-performing individuals and teams that can be followed in real time for the best ideas. We're in a very crowded market. Discount brokerage is a space where there are many competitors because they're valuable clients. There are direct investing companies such as Robinhood and Acorns that are working in the micro-investing space. But you got to remember that if you're not paying for the services you aren't with Robinhood, that you are the customer. So that's an interesting differentiator for us in the market. We're low cost, but we're not free. One of the other players in the space is the robos, of course, and you've seen what they've done to break down cost and barrier for new investors, but they're not doing it in a way where they're participating in the individual securities. I think there's a massive opportunity for people to learn not only about the markets, but about themselves when they make their own investing decisions. So we find ourselves sitting in a very unique and valuable spot within the market, and that's starting to be recognized by some of the larger players within the space. When we look at our own user traction, we've been a FINRA broker-dealer for the past 2 years. We started our soft launch at that time and have allowed our groups to grow organically. We started our very first advertising campaign through the Google Partnership Program in June, and it's led to more than doubling of our core registered user base. And that's something that's going to have a very strong effect on our growth over the next couple of years. More importantly, it's also created some awareness about Voleo and its brand as we expand into the B2B space. Our user behavior is fascinating. The teams are much larger than I was expecting. On average, 10 members in a club, and when somebody forms a team on our platform, an average of 17 invitations are going out. Over half of our users contribute money to their accounts each and every month, which means they're back in there trading. And this creates value for us over the long term as this asset base grows. These are engaged customers, and that's one of the reasons why Voleo was selected for the recent FIS Accelerator program in the United States. We monetize directly to B2C users through discount brokerage model, charging single transaction fees on trades. Clubs are splitting a $12 charge among a minimum of 3 people and an average of 10, so about $1.20 per person per trade, whereas the individual account trades are $4. The big opportunity for us to scale over the coming years is in the B2B space. where we're able to do turnkey white label to financial institutions in the US. They'll be leveraging our broker-dealer and using their customer and member base, whether they are a bank or a credit union, to deepen relationships and acquire leads. Again, if you're a financial institution operating in the US where it's highly competitive, there are thousands of financial institutions, each customer that comes onto this platform and forms a team is sending out that average of 17 invitations. Now, all of those are qualified leads that you can market your other products and services to, and you're able to deepen your relationship with them because these users are in every other day for an average of 5 to 7 minutes. That creates opportunities for contextual cross-selling of products and services across a growing membership base. And I think that that's really the mutual win that exists between Voleo and these B2B partners. We also have a pure play white label model that will enable us to partner with financial institutions that have the ability to own customer assets and clear trades. And that's what we're doing in Europe with OP Financial. We were selected for their Wealth Tech Partnership Program in December of last year, and we're ready and are launching our own Teams mechanism specifically to support that collaboration. So we're hoping that that'll occur early next year alongside their investment savings account, which is the European equivalent of a tax-free savings account. Again, ways to deepen the value chain with customers and provide additional opportunities for them to learn deepens the value of those individuals to you as an institution. We've been fortunate to be through several accelerators. The FinTech Innovation Lab London, put on by Accenture, Plug and Play FinTech in Silicon Valley, and most recently, the Venture Center for the FIS Accelerator. Each of these gave us opportunities to understand the needs of financial institutions and how we can be a valuable piece of the puzzle as it comes to helping them and their customers prepare for their financial future. We also collaborate with stock exchanges, having done our initial TMX trading competition a couple of years ago. We now do them with NASDAQ on a recurring basis. So we'll be kicking off our third annual NASDAQ trading competition for college students across the US in October, and look to leverage those further. We've also managed to pick up numerous awards for our technology. As I indicated, our market cap is about $10 million. We're trading just around 10 cents with 107 million shares outstanding, a little over $2 million in the bank. Overall, that puts us at an enterprise value of less than 10 million. We've got a strong board with a background that is deep in legal and regulatory. We're fortunate to have had that as a broker-dealer because, as you know, it's a highly regulated space. The management team has grown considerably over the past year. We are adding bench strength now that we are a public company. We've picked up a VP of growth based out of Florida and also a VP of operations based out of Toronto. We are a distributed team serving a distributed client base that exists throughout America, and we are in conversations with financial institutions in Canada and around the world. I mentioned the depth of our board in the legal space, obviously trying to navigate the SEC Acts of 1933 and 1934 are not simple. We were able to leverage the combined securities knowledge of our group and my own financial background to do that. My background is as an investment banker. I worked both in Canada and the UK in that regard. I'm going to wrap up by saying thank you. We are a social trading application for the next generation of investors. I thank you for listening to me today.